All right. We call them stock photos.
Stock photos, okay.
Anybody who is watching this this is a replay for creating a brand new Canva account and creating a lead magnet called 10K in 30 days blueprint. Higher. So we're using Justina's account. This is a stock photo that we have
Mm-hmm.
here.
Mm-hmm.
We can replace the photo and the whole cover or everything in totality. We are designing the
Mm-hmm.
cover page.
Okay.
And then from there, we said you add the other pages. The other pages must always be white background, but you can always change the color. When you come here, you can change the color for the page to
Mm.
look any way you want them to look like.
Okay.
But the best color is white.
Mm-hmm.
And we said the first page contains what? What should be included in the first page?
Uh, the first page should contain a captivating message, something like that.
The first page is the one that we talk about you.
It
Is
will
that
talk
true?
about me.
Yes, we talk about you in the first page.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you like your perfect customer to know about you? All right. What would you like your perfect customer to know about you? So because you have to tell them who you are. Remember, we are following the journey of know, like, and trust. Know comes first. So they need to know about you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I want you guys to have this, even you can have your notebook and write down what would you like them to know about you? What would you like them to know about you? Of course, you include your name, what you have done before. We call them an epiphany, or one moment in your life when you realized, oh, I truly need to have an online business. So, what is that one point that you got and you said, I actually want to have an online business? You share that information here. So, for
Okay.
me, everybody's story is
Mm-hmm.
different. That is why they
Mm-hmm.
cannot be the same. So, what is one
Mm.
part that made you to realize that I truly want to have an online business?
Hey, now how will I put it?
Yours is very straightforward.
Let me hear it.
Yours even I can write it. Yours is just straightforward because
Uh,
you are a nurse by profession.
uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You retired
Uh-huh.
and you realized you have got more time and little money,
Uh-huh.
and you have always desired to have an online business. So you started an
Uh-huh.
online business so that you could be able to retire at your comfort
Okay.
without having to be a burden to your kids
Mm-hmm.
or your family.
Okay.
Yeah, yours is just straightforward. It is because of retirement.
Eh,
Do you have a pen and paper with you?
yeah.
Ebu andika hivyo. In the next 5 minutes, Ebu just write there. My name is Justina Demange. I am a former nurse by profession. Write that, and then I'll show you how we can rewrite and edit that story until it becomes a 2-3 sentence story that shares everything.
Andika Justina Wambua. Ndemange
Mm-hmm.
is a family name.
Okay, andika basi. Wewe ndio nataka uandike hapo, alafu unipatie utusomee hapo.
My name is Justina Wambua.
Haya, wewe ukifanya hiyo, wacha tusikia mtu mwingine. Another epic story. So me, a Sam. My epic story
Mm.
was I am a high school teacher and I was stuck in debt. And I had no clue how I was going to pay off that debt. Right? I had also looked at teachers who were ahead of me in the career, and I didn't like the lifestyle they were living, and I knew I had to change something. I had no technical skills, I had no knowledge about existing of online business, but I knew there was something about online. So when I stumbled upon an opportunity to start an online business, I gave it a try. And within a short period of time, I was able to do it. So what was I able to achieve? I paid off the debt. If I haven't, let's say I started yesterday. Okay, let's say I started yesterday. So there is nothing I have achieved so far. That is perfect. So I would say I started this online business because I wanted to change my lifestyle, and I didn't want to work in an employment until I'm 40, 50 years. So always that the story can change a little bit depending on currently. So currently, for example, let me give you for Linda. Linda is a busy working mom of one. So if I were Linda, I would say I am a busy working mom of one, and I barely get to spend time with my son because I'm working in a strenuous 12-hour work job. I don't get time to see my son's milestones, or to watch my son's milestones, or to witness my son's milestones, like taking their first walk, like playing around the house. Even her story is actually very emotional. The nanny sends her video of how her son is growing on the phone, and she literally falls down on her desk. You see, that story, when it is that powerful, it makes all the difference. It automatically connects with your perfect customer. So you want to take those emotional points. When you connect them, everything changes. So for Justina, how can we make it more emotional? Because we won't take the same story, but we want to make it more emotional. We want to get it to be more emotional.
Okay, so this is my thinking,
Yeah, go ahead.
My thinking is I put my name. I put
Tusome, what have you written?
I am a nurse, and my earnings cannot. I just want to remove the retired bit because I'm also targeting my friends who are still working, so that I do not target on retirement.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
The epic story is not about targeting. It's about the real you, the truth you. It is not about targeting, but what is happening in your life right now. That is it. It's not about who you are targeting. The person who is reading your book does not know who the book is for. They are actually listening about your story on the second page. They have got no clue. So that story will not attract only the retired. It will also attract even the employed, the young, everybody. Your story has got so many things that can touch every single category of people. So put it the reality. I'm telling you, it is called authenticity.
Okay.
Yeah, it is not when you say that, you will not block out some people. No. You will still attract them, right? You will still be able to attract them. So let me show you this. When you are putting up, or when you are coming up with an epic story, I want to teach you something here so that you are able to do it easily. Okay, let me put some light. And I want you guys to have a piece of pen and paper. I want to have a pen so that you can come up with your epic story. You say it in such a way that you are also, it becomes like something you do. So this is how you come up with an epic story.
Teacher Sam,
Yes.
let me just comment a bit.
Uh-huh.
While we are still at Justina,
Yes.
I would like to say that everybody has got a story.
Yeah.
It's only that we know our story and we don't value our stories because we already know them.
You're right.
And we think our stories are not interesting.
Mm.
And we think our stories are not interesting to other people.
I love that.
Myself included.
Mm-hmm.
So Justina has got a good story that she knows about herself.
Yeah.
It's only that she thinks that it is not interesting. You know, she knows herself all through 100%. and she thinks that her stories are not interesting to other people.
Oh my goodness.
And we all are like Justina, even myself,
Mm-hmm.
because we feel that we are, our stories are not interesting, and we feel because we are not, we are not digital.
Mm.
We feel that other people may look down upon us.
Mm.
But the truth of the matter is, if we just sit down and think, even Justina, if she is only given a few minutes to think about and lie down, she is going to write something that she'll even get surprised when it comes on air to other people.
Mm-hmm.
So let us just believe in ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Let us scribble a bit of our stories,
Mm-hmm.
and then we put the dots together. Yeah, I think that's my advice to all of us, myself included, because I'm still at that level.
I love it. We don't value our stories because we know them, by the way. We don't think they would make any sense to somebody else because we already know them. But your story is going to attract. It is called attraction marketing. It's going to attract the person. Your perfect customer will be attracted by that epic story. Without that epic story, there is no connection. No. Then we go to like. Then we go to trust. Don't forget this. This is the foundation of your online business. Is my writing okay? Am I co-inverted? Tell me, is my writing okay? It is
It's
inverted?
okay.
It's okay.
No, it's okay.
It is no. They need to know who you. They are not here to know the program, but they want to know you as a person. Then they like you. That's why there is that collab emoji on social media, so that they can double tap there to say, "I like that. I like it." And then from there, they can now they can go to the trust. It is at the point of trust they will become customers. And therefore, this part, for them to know you, it is because of how well you tell your story. And you tell your story as many times as possible through your ebook, because the ebook can be shared to 1 million people, and all of them you'll be talking to them with just using your ebook. So can we take some time to come up with a good story? We edit, we resay it, we edit it until it is able to do our attraction marketing. So let me show you my epic story. Then I go to Justina's epic story, and I use also Linda's story. And let me tell you, when you hear 3 more stories, you can able to come up with yours. Now, let me start with mine. Okay, I take some elements in my life. My goal is this: I want to create emotion to the person who is reading. It cannot be flat. It must come up with an emotion. So I don't want them to feel sorry for me. Okay, I want them to connect with me. Do you understand? I don't want them to feel sorry for me. So which elements are going to be emotional? Okay, a name is not emotional. Okay, but you have to say a name. So what is your name? You say your name. And then from there, you want to create emotion. I will say I am a dad of 2. Guess what? That is emotional. Who am I connecting with when I am here? And I want to show you that this story will connect with so many people. So when I say I'm a dad of 2, who am I connecting with? I'm connecting to all dads. And also I'm connecting to all parents. I'm even connecting to parents who have got 2 kids. So many people with that statement. So my name is I'm a dad of 2. That only has attracted so many people. So big audience that you'll be shocked. That is not the only element. I proceed and I say, I am a high school math teacher. High school math teacher, right? Guess who I've connected with there? I have connected with teachers, okay, employed, right? So I'm a high school math teacher. I connect to teachers. I connect to those who are employed, those who are working in an 8 to 5. Then from there, I say I was stuck in debt. That is an emotional pain point. So high school math teacher, that's a career. Stuck in debt. You see, that is emotional because people are in debt. Even Kenya itself is in debt. Kenya is in debt. We are all in debt. But I was stuck in debt. Guess what? This is an emotional pain point. I'm able to connect with people who are stuck in debt. It is my story. And yours cannot be mine, and mine cannot be yours. Then from there, I had done my research, okay, and I had looked at the future. Now I'm getting a little bit deeper now. And I did not want to work for the next 30 years. Guess what I am doing? I am looking at people who are sick and tired. Already there are people who are sick and tired of working. Sick and tired of working. Your perfect customer is sick and tired of working. I want you guys to do this. I'm connecting to dads, parents of 2 kids, parents themselves, teachers, those who are employed, those who are in debt, those who are sick and tired of work. I am connecting to so many people. Not one category, a big audience. So your audience keeps growing. That, this one, it keeps enlarging. Your circle is becoming wider. Therefore, your story is powerful. So now, because you have got to put this element down, so then you can say, I stumbled upon, you have to connect and say how you were before and how you have come across this opportunity. So you say, I stumbled upon a digital marketing business and that changed everything in my life. You know, your life is changed right now, by the way. It doesn't have to be monetary, but your life is changed. Do you believe me? Money is actually the byproduct. It is the end. But the fact that you have got learning and knowledge, your life has changed. So you can say, stumbled upon a digital marketing online business that changed everything in my life. You know how? Now you have got hope, right? You have got hope. Hope is a life changer, right? So there is hope in your life right now because you are doing an online business and you know that you can retire and do this full time. And your life will literally change financially, emotionally. Your life will change because of this. Therefore, your epic story is powerful. So these are the elements. How do I put them into a statement so that I can say them in 2-3 sentences? Do you see what I am saying? 1976. Thank you so much for the advice. Let me see if that can work. Yep, thank you. All right. So there is good. So how can you put this into one sentence? For me, I would say, hey guys, my name is Sam, a dad of 2. I'm actually a high school master. Okay, I retired. So because I retired my job or I quit, I did not retire. By the way, Justina in MBS, you could retire. You need to quit. 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 So I can say, quit my high school teaching job to do digital marketing. Before I started, I was stuck in debt. Even I remember the figure. It was 108,000. I was stuck in debt of 108,000 Kenya shillings, and I didn't like it because I had no clue how I was going to pay it back. I had also checked at teachers who are ahead of me in the career 10, 20 years, and I didn't like the lifestyle they were living. And therefore, I knew I needed to do something. Luckily enough, I stumbled upon an online business called digital marketing that allowed anyone to work from home and earn income by just using the internet and the phone. That changed everything in my life. Let me tell you, how many sentences are those? And it is everything for your story. You see, Justina, now can you see your story coming to life?
Yeah.
Haya. I want we do yours. Sinisawa? So I have given you my elements. This is how I will come up with an epic story. And this story is, let me tell you, by the way, when Moses, you have brought a very powerful point. This is very boring. Because I've said it, I can't even dream with it. Your story is boring because it is yours, but it is exciting to somebody else. The only part that is interesting for me here is I quit my teaching job. Very boring. Not new, not interesting, and it is not exciting at all. Haya. So, wacha tufanye ya Justina. Justina, you tell us some elements in your life that we can come up with a story with, yeah? The whole point, ukumbuke, we want to drive emotion. All right? We want to drive emotion. That is the whole goal. Is we drive emotion and we make you a perfect customer for you, like you, and trust you. That is what you want. And the whole goal is this. On the first page, let them know what they are dealing with so that they can continue reading or stop reading. That is the whole idea. Wacha tuelewane on the first page, we need to know each other on the word go. Haya, nipatie elements za maisha yako.
My name is Justina Wambua.
Justina
Wambua. Or, okay, put it like that. Then I am a mother of 4. And I am a grandma.
Mom of 4, grandma of how many?
1.
Grandma of 1. Very emotional. Wacha nikwambie, this statement here is very emotional. Very. Again, kama venye Moses amesema, it is not interesting to you.
So, hiyo nyingine ni gani sasa?
Haya, nursing. You worked in nursing for how many years until you retired?
Over 34 years, I think. 34 years.
So what is a nurse for 34 years until retirement, until I retired? What else can you tell us? This is when things change for you, isn't it? When you retired, that is when things change for you.
So, after retirement, I realized that my income shrunk.
Perfect. That is the connecting part. That is the connecting part. So after retirement, you realize that your income went down and you had to do something, senor.
And I have bills to is it to pay money to put it well in
retirement, income shrunk, or how do we put it? We'll change this word shrunk here. Income shrunk, but bills kept coming. Is that the point?
Yeah.
So what did that do to you?
Then I had a business which I closed during COVID time.
So you had tried running a physical business but failed. Is that true? So you had tried running a physical business but failed. And then
maybe,
yeah, this is where we transition now to online. Yeah. We call it now the new opportunity. This is the same thing I have found. It has changed everything for me. It is what I want to keep doing. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So you say, we say this higher. So as I was scrolling online, I stumbled upon
an online business. Is it a digital or an online business?
Yeah, I stumbled upon an online business that changed everything in my life. That's how you put it. You don't, all the other details will come on the other pages. But when the moment you say that I stumbled upon an online business that changed everything for me, that was the game changer, or that is when everything changed for me. So you put it there. That is the end of your epic story. Before you have been able to start making sales and be able to live comfortably, start making sales, be able to pay your debts on time, start making sales and treat your grandchild and spoil your grandchild, start making sales and be able to live in vacations the way you want. Before now the story transits here, right now this becomes your story. So how do you put it in one sentence? Hi, my name is Justina Ambua, mom of one, a grandma of one. I had working for us for the last 34 years until I retired. When I retired, I realized that my income had shrunk or my income had dropped while the bills kept coming, and I knew I had to do something. Luckily enough, I came across an online business, and I know I'm saying it fast. You can try to write it, and then because this is something you have to keep saying, and I hope the rest of you guys are actually coming up with yours. You write down these elements, and then you can create a story from there. That becomes the story that comes on page one of your lead magnet. All the other details will come later, but this comes on the first page, and you actually want to connect with them. So let me ask you, like, when you realize that your income had shrunk, okay, let's come here because this is the turning point. This is the point where you want to be vulnerable. You want to be emotional, and you want to connect. There is a way you can write a book until someone reads it and they feel it, like they feel deep down in their heart that yes, something had to be done. You cause that curiosity until somebody is like, what did you do from there? What actually happened? Yeah. So when income shrunk, I hear some people say, I was almost okay. If you are renting, I'm going to tell you, I had and this one happened to me. I was 3 months behind in my rent, 3 months arrears in my rent, and the owner of the house actually locked me in the house. Story, right? Until the reader sees the need and the desire to have that online business head to work for you. So let me ask you, Justina, what really is there one point when you felt, I really need to make this work? Like that end point, that point where you are between a hard surface and a rock.
Okay, how about if I put it, my income shrunk?
Yeah.
Followed by the physical business story a bit.
So we say when you retired, your salary shrunk, your business collapsed, and you had nowhere to turn to. Is that correct?
It is making me sound very desperate.
Let me tell you, you're not sounding desperate. Do you know what sounding desperate means?
You're a teacher.
Yeah, you're not. You're actually connecting. Seriously. Do you know how much Nani? Do you know how much Linda's story, for example, she used to watch her sons learning how to walk with a nanny on the phone. Do you know that statement is everything? And she used to literally cry on the. Linda Ebu tell us that story. Just mention a little bit. You're not desperate. You're literally telling them the truth. Like for real. You are just telling them the truth. When I tell the story of I used to walk with my wife. Okay, it's okay, Linda. When I used to go with my wife to a shopping mall, and then I used to take back items from the shopping cart to the because I couldn't afford it. That story is powerful. It's true, but it's actually powerful. You know, that statement is very powerful. So for me, I would put it for you like this. And don't say that you are sounding vulnerable. You are telling the truth, and you're telling it in the best way possible. You don't want to be flat. You know, you don't want to be flat. You don't want to be flat. No, you must dig deeper. If you want to connect, you must dig deeper. All right? You must dig deeper. So let us connect. You see, my son got admitted this year, and I blamed myself. That is Linda. Let me tell you, if you want, I call it storytelling, and instead of storytelling, I call it story selling. You sell through your story, and therefore, if anything, we need to bring that story. So I want us to say this. Aya, you retired, your income shrunk after you retired, income dropped.
So you put it up there?
Sorry?
See, isn't that information up here?
It is, but we still want to reframe this until it makes total, I want it to flow. It has to flow properly. Income dropped after retirement. And what was your business about? The one that collapsed?
An optical shop.
And my optical shop closed. My optical shop closed. Good. So you had nowhere to turn to. You see what I'm saying now? So you mentioned this part. This is exactly, we call it like, it is that moment when you realize, boom, I have to do something. Because I have retired from my nursing job and my optical shop has closed. My income has literally dropped. I have to find for a way out. And that is it. That is this here. This here is going to be the game changer for you. So how would you tell now your story so that it can connect? I'm teaching you guys how you can write and how you can share your story in such a way that when someone reads it, they actually connect with you. We are not selling anything. You are connecting. This here is exactly what we call you. Hi, Justina, I'm actually a retired like you, and I'm this. Hey, Justina, I'm actually a grandma like you, and boom. Hey, Justina, I'm actually a mom of, I'm actually a former nurse, or I'm actually a nurse existing right now, and I don't want to retire and get where you are. So I want to start the online business with your help right now when I'm still in my nursing job. You see, like, there are so many people you still get to touch to because of telling your story. So how would I tell your story if I were you? Hi, I would say this. My name is Justina Wambua, mom of four, grandma of one. I worked as a nurse for 34 years until I retired. After retirement, my income dropped and my optical shop closed. Clearly, I had nowhere to turn to. That is why when I came across an online business, everything changed in my life. How does that sound?
You start with a sad note, then you are ending up with a, how
you
do
can
I
put
put
it
it?
like that. You can say, first of all, you are starting with a sad note, and then you are increasing, or maybe you are showing them this is where I was before, and this is where I am right now. Yeah.
You are starting with a sad note, but with a good ending.
But Justina, mom of four, grandma of one, that is a good beginning.
Oh.
Yeah, worked yeah, worked for 34 years until retirement. That is not really bad. The bad part is when you retired and your business closed. It is the turning point. You know, that is the turning point. And then now you say, I came across a digital marketing online business that changed everything for me. Awesome, right?
Yeah. So
what have you written down? Let's hear. Read it for us.
No, okay, whatever I was writing is what I was telling you in bits.
Justina, what is your story? I wanted you, as we are working on this, you have written yours. The rest of you guys, I'm coming to you now. For yours, I know now you have already refined it. You are refining it. You are refining it. So, Justina.
Okay, this is what I have written.
Yes, please.
My name is Justina Wambua. I am a mother of 4 and grandma of 1. I am a retired nurse. And after retirement, I realized that my income had shrunk. And my bills were still coming. So I wanted to pay my bills without straining and also without using a lot of physical, how did I put it here?
Inahitaji kupigwa rada. Inafaa kunyoroshwa, ya?
So
ikae straight.
Okay, and then I've said I had a business which closed during COVID time, and luckily I stumbled on an online business as I was scrolling my phone, and this changed my life.
Say it again.
From the beginning.
Yeah, just say it again.
Hi, my name is Justina Wambua. I am a mother of 4 and a grandma of 1. I am a retired nurse, and after retirement, I realized that my income had shrunk, and my bills were still coming. So I also had a business which I closed during the COVID pandemic period. And I was stranded because now my bills were coming and life had to continue. So one day as I was as I was scrolling my phone, I came across an online business that really changed my life.
So can you tell the areas where there is some glitches?
Okay, I think maybe I'll need to sit down and polish it. If you could post that one for me. I sit down and polish it because I would want the business bit to appear. I want the retirement realization to appear also.
Exactly.
And I would also want, and I would also want now this new beginning that has rejuvenated my inner Jivo. I want it to appear.
So why don't we do it now? You know, you are almost there. Almost there. You are almost there. Yeah, you are almost there. So let's work this one out together. And you guys, if you have got like those turning points, you can unmute. Don't just be quiet. I want you guys to engage even with us and Justina here so that we can come up with a perfect story. It may not be perfect, it may need improvement, but at least the first one that we shall put on our book to be okay. So if you are coming up with points and you're like, oh, and you can say this here, so that there are those areas she wants to highlight. First of all, she wants to highlight that she worked as a nurse and retired after working for 34 years. he had a business, and those two income streams collapsed. So after retirement, the income went down and the business closed down. And that is it. It's like now I have nowhere to turn to. My business has gone down. My income here, my income as a nurse has gone down here. So that is it. I turned from to the online for help. And that is when everything changed. Kwa hivyo, Tarasila, I know Tarasila is a teacher. Kwa hivyo ukuje hapo tupe words. Sinyamaze hapo. Linda has a very good English. Only that she cannot be able to speak. She could have also contributed here. But we contribute, we come up with a good story here because the story of the first page is game changer.
Hello.
Yeah.
maybe why some of us are keeping quiet is because you are actually doing a good job. You with Justina are doing a good job, and that's why, particularly myself, that's why I'm listening and keeping quiet, because I'm resonating with that story.
Are you working on yours, by the way?
I am. I am just putting a few points on my story and also thinking about what to put, on top and what to follow. And even when I follow the story for Justina, in fact, as she is saying, after this, she'll be able to polish that story. And that story, and that story is going to come up very, very well. And let Justina just have confidence, because her story is real, and her story, it is real, and it is going to resonate with people. Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. So that is it. Yeah, that is it. Your story is very powerful. My name is Justina Ambua, mother of 4, grandmother of 1. You like saying mother, not mom, yeah?
No, unajua sasa watu wa medical hawajuangi English. Because unajua we are used to writing in short forms.
Haina shida. So a mom of 4, a grandmother of 1. You worked as a nurse for, so how you said, so I worked as a nurse for the last 34 years until I retired, and I had an optical business running and it closed down. Right? My income dropped. Linda has said, also add emotion on how the low income was not allowing her. I love it. Here's a key thing here. Let's go to it. Where is it? The power of this keep coming in and income was low is very powerful. Also add the emotion on how the low income was not allowing her to give her kids and grandma the grad kid the best or what she could have wanted. Okay, tell us about that, by the way. We could also connect this low income with you wanting to spend more time with your... Okay, tell us about this, by the way. What would you like to achieve?
Okay. Their children have been helping with whatever I had. So I feel when I continue with that business, I'll be in a position to continue supporting them.
So these kids, are they vulnerable kids? Are they orphans? Are they your kids? Are they? Tell me about that.
Some of them are relatives. Some of them are church members. My husband is a pastor. So some of them are children from poor backgrounds. So I feel I should continue doing that, but now my hands, I felt I should continue doing that, but now my hands are tied. So, like there is another one I was supporting, and she did her exam, tailoring, but currently she's at home because she have a sewing machine. So if I get cash, I'll buy her a sewing machine so that now she starts supporting her life and her family.
Your story is very powerful, by the way. We just need to bring it on light, but it is totally very powerful. Yeah, we just need to make it very clear so it is easier to say it over and over and over, but it is coming out very well. Higher. So we are saying you have always wanted to support vulnerable kids in the society. That's the case, yeah? Okay. Justina, are you with me? What about wanting to retire in comfort as you support vulnerable kids in the society? All right, support vulnerable kids in the society. All right. So you wanted to, also when you retired after working as a nurse for 34 years, you wanted to retire in comfort as you support the vulnerable kids in the society. Unmute, Justina, we continue connecting here. Mute, so I'm not able to communicate with you. But let me try to repeat your story once again. So my name is Justina Mamofo. I worked, after working as a nurse for 34 years. So wacha tutana hapa tuseme hivi. Worked as a nurse for the last 34 years. Worked as a nurse for 34 years until retirement. And my optical business failed. Yeah, we need to rectify this part. Yeah, this is the part we need to rectify. So worked as a nurse for 34 years until retirement. After retirement, you don't want to repeat it there. So my name is Justina Wambua, mom of 4, grandma of 1, former nurse for 34 years. So you can say former nurse for 34 years. Former nurse for 34 years. After retirement, yeah, so former nurse for 34 years. After retirement, my only optical business closed down, right? My only optical business closed down. So when your optical business closed down, bills, so income dropped drastically. Yeah, income dropped drastically. So I'm trying to create this turning point. You see this turning point from this is where I was, and this is where I dipped myself, and the only thing that lifted me was an online business. So that is the part we want to make that turning point. So that when they are reading, they're like, oh, so they drop with you and they rise with you. Like they fall with you and they rise with you. Let me see if I can unmute Justina. There. Yeah, go ahead and unmute. So I'm a former nurse for 34 years. After retirement, my only optical business closed down. Income dropped drastically. And I had to find a way out. I had to find a way out. Okay, before we find a way out, yeah, we can include you can mention things that change. So when your business closed down and you retired, were you able to spend time with your grandkids? I always wanted to retire in comfort, but this was not the case. My income dropped drastically. I always desired to retire in comfort, but this was not the case. But this was not the case. Right? I always wanted to retire in comfort, but this was not the case. So that one is now filling it up. It's like we are digging deeper and then we are twisting. You know, it's like you stab and then you twist the knife. That's what we want to do. You want to stab and put the knife through. There is something that spending time with the grandkid is also very powerful. It's very emotional, yeah. So Coleman asked for 34 years after retirement, my only optical business closed down. Income dropped drastically. I had always wanted to retire in comfort, but this was not the case. I had to find a way out. So I had to find a way out. Right? Then you can say, luckily enough, I stumbled upon an online business, yeah? Luckily enough, I stumbled. I've unmuted you, Justina. I don't know what has happened. So now I had to find a way out. Actually, I stumbled upon online business. Online business. Now you want to share that with you. So we want to clarify the story, guys. Yeah, you want to clarify the story. I don't know what you guys have already come up with. We are still refining Justina's story, but I want to hear what you guys have been able to come up with. And I know you will need to sit down and come up with it and really craft this story properly. But let me hear what you have. Tarasila, what do you have, by the way? What do you have with you? If you can talk.
What do you mean? I'm just going along with you and trying to figure out mine. Actually, that is why we are not like mostly contributing to John Cena's, because listening and trying to relate with mine, that is the work now I am doing. And just putting like point forms on how I am going to like to write it when it comes
tell me
now
what
to
you have
write
in
my.
your
I'm
note-
not
in your
writing it
point.
like sorry?
What do you have in your points right now?
My points that I was taking one by one from John Cena's story is like, I have been skeptical, just like Justina. I was like, is it necessary like to mention that I am a single mother? So I have been all along saying I am a mother of 3 and blah, blah, blah. I continue. But after going through what step by step, how you are taking it with John Cena's story, I have seen that it's, I think it's very vital for me to say the truth and to relate myself as a single mother.
Yeah.
So that one has come out like strongly in me. I am trying every point that we are talking about. I'm trying to go back in my life and look at my life and try to connect with whatever you are saying. So that is one point that have resonated with me so much. But also, I am at that stage of I'm in my late 40s. So of course, looking forward to retirement. Not retired, but very close to what you have said about retirement. and about retiring in a comfort mode. I have also like taken little those little points, like of course little money. I have gone down to look at my struggles and challenges.
Yeah.
I have been also been employed for more than 20 years. I have worked in different places, so leaving my family behind, losing those wonderful moments with the family.
There. I had
Of course,
happened to your mom.
and of course we have been
working away from the family. So my name is Transida, single mom of 3 kids. I have worked for over 20 years away from my family.
Yeah.
That is the PowerPoint there. Because even when you are a single mom of 3 kids, guess what? You're still working away from your family. Leaving your kids alone to go and work in a 9-to-5 job. Nakwambia, unaona hapo, hiyo sentence hiyo ndio game changer. That is where you literally connect emotionally. Right? You are connecting emotionally with them. So they are like, wow, something must, even in their mind, they are like, something must be done, and it must be done today. Because how can you be a single mom if you are working away from your kids? You have worked for over 20 years. You see, that is the game changer. That is the part I want us to harness. It is exactly the part I want us to harness on. You know, have it harnessed, and we have it. That part is very powerful. Very powerful. So mentioning you're a single mom is powerful. And mentioning that you are also moving and working away from your kids is powerful. And mentioning that you have worked for over 20 years is powerful. You can also mention that retirement is approaching faster. And you want to retire in comfort. And that is why you started an online business. Make sense?
Yes.
You know what, guys? If you spend time today coming up with this story, I'll give you the rest of the content to put in the book. The rest of the content could be the same for every book. If you craft your perfect story properly, the first page is yours and uniquely to you. Then I would give you digital marketing. It's the same. From there, everything else is the same. Digital marketing, blah, 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 nini. The rest of the pages, I would give it to you, literally copy and paste, if you come up with your perfect story by tomorrow's coaching class. Today, we have been working on Josie. This is good, and we just need to refine it until it is easier and you even get used to it, because this story is the one we shall put even on your website. It is this story that we shall put on your book. It is this story that we shall put on your bio of your social media. It is this story that it is you. This becomes you. So put effort and emphasis on working on it. Seriously, it is the game changer. It is the game to connect emotionally. Know, like, and trust. This is the story that does the work for you. So everything else you say from there will make sense now. It can only make sense. You can only connect with them because they know you. Otherwise, if they don't, it will look like any other story they have heard before. But if they connect with you, hi, my name is Moses, I am this and this, and I have done this and this and this, and this is why I started this online business. So everything else you share from there is supporting this vision that you had here. You will connect with them because you're sharing you are vulnerable. You know, like she said, I will sound vulnerable. Yes. You sound vulnerable, so you connect with them. You cannot, let me tell you. And that's why somebody was asking me, why don't you share your money wins? Money wins don't connect with someone. Oh, I made 100,000 last week. It doesn't connect. It's not a story to tell. So you don't share your glory. It's not the one that people connect. People connect with vulnerability, the downside, the negative, because we all go through the bad and we don't talk about it. We hardly talk about when we go through tough situations in life. You understand? We hardly talk about the tough situations in life. Instead, we only talk about what? The good ones. So when you share your story in the vulnerable side, That is when you literally connect with people. And therefore, that is called the epic story. So the assignment for today, my assignment is to go and really come up with the words of digital marketing, the introduction and everything else. I will not give to everybody. I will give to somebody who has crafted their perfect story properly. I'm telling you, someone who has sat down, it is a one-page story, a one page only. Like I told you, identify the things, then create a story, write it again until you connect the words, fix them together, spend your day there. If you come with it tomorrow, we launch your book tomorrow. It will literally be launched with your links and everything. We just literally copy and paste, we put it on your book, everything is okay, and we launch it and you'll have it up and running on your website, and you can start giving it away as your lead magnet, and it will be selling for you. That is the book that will be selling for you. You see? So that is the assignment for today. Any question? Paris and Miss Jane have joined us now. How are you guys? Karibuni sana. I see you have joined us now. There is a recording. Don't worry. So you'll actually be able to go through it where you are going through it. Okay.
Thank you.
Karibuni sana. Karibuni sana. So there'll be a recording. If there's no question, guys, that is the assignment. Go do it. It won't take long, but it will be the game changer. It is those tiny small things that move the needle for your business. These are the ones. That is what mentorship is. Not new knowledge, but little bits that literally makes you literally see. Like you will even feel the breakthrough. All right? Perfect. So we bring it to an end now. Go do the assignment. See you tomorrow. Same time. Don't be late for class. Don't be late for class. Bye-bye.